The state has been collecting and publishing these monthly figures since 2014, and the upward trend is undeniable. In fact, more than 10,000 additional people are homeless now than when this headcount began. Although it's by now a familiar story, another month, another rise in homelessness, political reaction today has been swift. The Minister for Housing, Darragh O'Brien, saying that those without a home remain a priority for the government, with the funding for homeless services up by more than 12% on 2023. However, Sinn Féin's housing spokesperson, Deputy Eoin Ó Broin, described it as yet another grim record reached by this government.
The only way we're going to get this crisis under control is a change of government, a change of minister and, crucially, a change of housing plan.
What today's figures do provide is a snapshot of people accessing state-funded emergency accommodation, but they're only part of the overall picture. So who exactly are they counting and how?
There's a huge swathe of people, particularly families, who are driven into homelessness by the crisis in the private rental market and by the cost of living. And that's how it shifted. So it's much more families in homelessness now than ever would have been seen almost in the history of the state.
According to the Dublin Regional Homeless Executive, the March figure saw more Irish families presenting as homeless, with 65% of families being Irish, 15% European and 20% non-European. What the figures don't capture is anyone who's a rough sleeper, people seeking international protection, people in domestic violence refuges, and also hidden homelessness. So how much is the state spending? Well, this year the Department of Housing has allocated €242 million for homeless services, including emergency accommodation. Every local authority is required to spend a minimum of 10% of its own funding on homelessness. In Dublin alone, the top-up can be as much as 50%. The department says that local authorities can decide how best to spend that money. Meanwhile, homeless charities say it's important not to forget the stories of heartbreak and struggle that lie behind these statistics.